What it do, YouTube? MJM for Life here, back again bringing you another battle. This time it's against Bill Deans from GameFAQs, and this was a rather long battle, so let's just get into it really quickly. And I gotta say, looking at the team preview, his team gave me a lot more trouble than I initially thought it would. So he's gonna lead off with the Crobat. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna want to stay in, so I feel like this is a free turn to go for the Stealth Rocks. Figuring that he probably would not taunt me just because I could just destroy him with an Ice-type move. So he is gonna go into his Crawdons. I don't want to. I want to actually save my Mamoswine for later because he has Crobat as well as Gliscor. So I'm gonna go into Trevenant. I'm thinking that I could take a crunch, hoping that I could take a crunch and then just burn the thing, but actually just switch straight into Gliscor. Oh, what I thought was I knew he was gonna go for a water move there, and I figured that Crawdon's actually pretty slow, so I actually thought that I might outspeed. But here he goes for the substitute, and I figured he was probably just gonna switch because, you know, Burn Gliscor is pretty much useless, but instead he goes for a substitute, and now he's going to Baton Pass into his Crobat, thinking that my Trevenant can't do anything to his Crobat, probably expecting a Grass-type move, but actually I do not have the Grass-type move. As you guys know by now, I have the Shadow Claw, so I'm able to critical hit the sub. Not really sure if that mattered or not. Crobat does has okay defenses, but it's not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world. Now here, expecting a taunt or something, I'm gonna go for actually Brave Bird. I'm gonna go into my Talonflame. Now here, I know he's not going to expect the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm pretty sure he's just going to go for an attack or just straight up U-turn. I'll go for the Will-O-Wisp to get a burn on the thing, but I freaking miss. And now he's going to taunt me. Now I should have predicted this taunt here and gone for the Brave Bird, but I didn't. I thought maybe he would try and Brave Bird me again. You know, maybe he would have some pity on me. But I'm actually probably the only player who actually does that. So now I'm going to switch out. I'm going to my Mamoswine to take a Brave Bird, yeah. And now I'm just like, okay, maybe he'll stay in. I think he actually crit me with the Brave Bird, by the way, and so I can go for the Ice Shard, but no, he doesn't stay in. He goes into his Aggron instead, as I go for the Ice Shard. Now here, I figured he would Mega Evolve, because there's no other reason why you would switch in an Aggron onto Mamoswine unless you were going to Mega Evolve to get the Filter ability, so I figured I'm just going to go for Stealth Rocks. But he goes straight for Heavy Slam, and that's completely fine with me. Now here, I make sort of a stupid switch. I go into Talonflame, completely forgetting that these things carry the Thunder Wave, because I was like, oh, I'll just burn it, but I could have just went into Trevenant and done the same thing. So that was a slight misplay. Now my Talonflame gets paralyzed, although it doesn't really matter too much. The paralysis is going to be annoying. So now I'm going to go for another Will-O-Wisp, expecting him to want to go into his Crobat or something like that. But no, he's going to try and Dragon Tail me. So now I was like, okay, well, if you're going to stay in, I'll just go for the Flare Blitz. But now he shows me that he does have the Stealth Rocks. So I actually kind of would have rathered him hit me with Dragon Tails and hope that I go into something like Kangaskhan. But that doesn't happen, so now he gets up a Stealth Rocks. I get paralyzed, and I get paralyzed again, so there's where the paralysis got pretty annoying. But he Dragon Tails me out into my Tentacool. Now I know he does have a Spiritomb, so I'm going to go for the Scald and not the Rapid Spin. Even though I really want to go for the Rapid Spin, I'm just going to go for the Scald here. Hope to get a burn on this Spiritomb, because Spiritomb is a really tough Pokemon to take down. Because I don't have any Fairy-type moves. I do have a Fairy-type Pokemon, but not any Fairy-type moves. So I'm going to go out into my Fairy-type Pokemon. Speaking of which, he's going to hit me with the Will-O-Wisp. Togekiss, I actually wanted to attempt to flinch hacks this thing, but first I think I go for the Wish. Do I go for the Wish? What do I go for? Yeah, no, I go for a Thunder Wave, trying to paralyze the Spiritomb, so I can start getting some flinch hacks on him. But I'm gonna go for the Wish here as he goes for the Thunder Wave. I figured I could take a Heavy Slam since he's burned, and then get my Citrus Berry plus the Wish, but that doesn't even come down to it. And I actually surprisingly take it out with an Air Slash. I wasn't really expecting to take it out. So now my Togekiss has a decent amount of HP. He's going to go into his Crobat. Now I know here he's probably going to taunt me because he doesn't want his Crobat to be paralyzed. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go into Kangaskhan. I figured this was the best time to get it in. And if he wants to go for Defog, that will be unfortunate, but I will be able to get basically a free kill on this Crobat to get this thing out of my way. But actually he doesn't go for the Defog. Surprisingly, he actually just goes straight for the Brave Bird. I guess he figured that Kangaskhan was a big threat that he needed to get out of the way. So I'm going to go for the Double Edge, take out the finally get rid of that Crobat, which is annoying me. So there's really only one more Pokemon on this team that's really pissing me off, and that's the goddamn Spiritomb. So he's going to go to his Heracross. I expected this to be his Mega Pokemon, so I'm going to go into my Trevenant expecting the Fighting type move. He doesn't Mega Evolve, so now I'm thinking it's most likely Scarfed. So here I'm going to go for the Leech Seed, expecting him to go into his Gliscor, expecting my Will-O-Wisp. Since his Gliscor is already burned, nothing would happen. But I see that from a mile away, and I'm going to go for the Leech Seed to get some more HP. And his Gliscor can't do anything to me. If he wants to go for Roost, I mean, he's not really going to be gaining much from this matchup. So he's going to go for an Earthquake, do some type of damage, but not really. After Leftovers, I think it did like 1 damage. Yeah, I did 1 damage after leftover, so that's not really much. So now he goes on to his Heracross. That's kind of fishy. I was expecting maybe a Mega Horn, so I went into my Togekiss, but Night Slash works too, so he's going to go for the Night Slash here. And I have to go for the Wish here because I want my Togekiss to be able to take on this Spiritomb one-on-one, start paralyzing and getting some Flinch Haxes going on. So what I'm going to do is go for the Wish, and then I'm going to go for the Protect here, just because I want to make sure I get the Wish, and I don't want any shenanigans happening with this Spiritomb. But now I see that he has Shadow Sneak, which is fine by me since he's going to stay in. Now I'm going to take this opportunity here to paralyze him, not expecting Shadow Sneak to do too much, and it really doesn't do too much, but unfortunately because I am burned, it's actually going to start to rack up slowly but surely. So I'm going to go for another Wish, I believe, here, as the Shadow Sneak does fail to take me out, as well as the Burn's not going to take me out. So I'm going to go for a Wish here. Again, trying to get up to a good amount of HP. I guess this is where Roost would have been a lot better. In this situation, Roost would have been so much better, but I'd like the Wish support just for my team in general. I think, as you've seen in my many battles, I really used Wish to... the Wish passing has really helped me and clinch some matches for me. So now he goes on to his Heracross. That was kind of a risky switch on his part, but I guess the Protect was really obvious. So he's going to go for the Rock Slide here. I knew something was fishy. He switched in on my Togekiss. So now I know he's going to probably go into his Spiritomb so I can get up a Leech Seed, because he may be probably expecting me to go for a Will-O-Wisp on his Heracross. But no, I'm going to go for a Leech Seed because I don't want that Heracross getting a Guts boost. I'm definitely not going to Will-O-Wisp that thing. That would be a bad decision in my opinion. So I'm going to get the Lead Seed off on this Spiritomb, which is really good. And now here, I'm pretty sure that he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp just to burn my Trevenant, because I mean, Shadow Sneak really wouldn't do much, and he is Leech Seeded, so after the Leech Seed recovery, plus, Shadow Claws will start, if I stay in, I'm going to just go for the Shadow Claws, so I think that Will-O-Wisp was his best play. So now here he's going to go for the Shadow Sneak, and I'm just like, okay, I can't play around with this thing. I need to get some damage on this thing, so I'm going to go straight for the Air Slash, because I know I can take a Shadow Sneak, and I'm going to go, and then here, this is a really great prediction on his part, because my plan was to go for the Protect just to get some extra Leech Seed damage, and then die off to that, but he's actually going to go into his Heracross, which was a good switch for him, but actually not really though, because my Togekiss is going to die to the burn anyway, so basically I get a free switch into Kangaskhan and a free Fake Out on this Heracross, and then just in case he wanted to go into the what is this shit called? Spiritomb, I did not Mega Evolve there. But I got a crit with the Fake Out, but it didn't matter because obviously I would have Mega Evolved, and Fake Out plus a double Sucker Punch definitely would have been enough to take it out. So he's going to go for the Aqua Jet. I kind of expected that to happen. So here I'm expecting him to go into Spiritomb, predicting my Rapid Spin again. So I'm going to go for the Scald, but he actually predicts that nicely, stays in, and just destroys me with a Knockoff. If you guys don't know, Knockoff actually is 65 base power now. I'm not sure why they made it so much more powerful than before. And it's 65 base power, and it also does double damage if you knock off an item. So wait, did I already Mega Evolve? Oh yeah, that's right. I Mega Evolved on the freaking on the Crobat. So ignore what I said about the Fake Out earlier. But he actually got paralyzed there. I think that he may have gone for Sucker Punch. And had he got that Sucker Punch off, the game would have been much more difficult for me because that Spiritomb would have been tough to take out. But that didn't happen. So that's going to do it. Good game, man. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, viewers, and I'm out of here. Deuces.